I would like to call Public Safety Director Steve Cooper up to say a few words.
Got to put my notes here. Okay, is this on? You can hear me? You're live. I'm live, okay. Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council, City Manager Tungate, and directors. Imagine you are driving down the street and you see a house with smoke coming out of a window. What do? Without hesitation, you probably call 911 and report the fire. Now imagine you are driving down the same street and you see someone walking along looking into the windows of houses. What do? Do you call 911 or do you simply think, hey, I don't want to get involved and continue driving on? What's the difference? The difference might be your perception of the police, which is somewhat ironic given that in Oak Park, the person who would arrive on scene in either case is going to be the same person, whether it's a fire or a possible crime in progress. So what can we do to help address this? What are the most effective tools in encouraging opportunities for residents to have positive interactions with the Public Safety Department before they are needed? In Oak Park, we do this via community policing using our wonderful community resource officers, one of whom is here, and activities such as our unique police ice cream truck, coffee with a cop, meet and greets, officers and officials reading stories to kids in the library, helping children, teaching children about fire safety, showing them the equipment and exploring the fire trucks, helping distribute food and supplies to those who are in need, basketball games with the high schoolers, and providing services to residents which go far beyond responding to the conventional law enforcement and firefighting duties. I'm sorry, I'm probably forgetting something, but anyways, in August, the Department of Public Safety held an open house, which was well attended. I don't know how many there were, but there were quite a lot of young children, families, and adults who came to interact with the officers. There were t-shirts given out to the attendees and an incredible amount of food and snacks. A coffee with a cop event doesn't cost much, but as someone who has done event planning and put on events, this was an expensive event, especially for the shirts and the food. But I believe it was money well spent. Item 7 on the agenda originally said Certificate of Appreciation presented to Stephen Gold. Well, that's not correct. It should say Stephen Gold presents a gift of appreciation to the Department of Public Safety in appreciation of their being the best public safety department around. So today, I am backing up my belief with a gift of $1,000 to help cover the expenditure of the open house and express my hope that we have a future open house. Now, I would be amiss if I didn't point out that there are other individuals, for example, Ken Sherman, I see sitting back there, who have also made material contributions to help cover non-budgeted expenses in the department. And I'm sure there's a couple others I don't know about. Director Cooper, would you approach the podium?
Gladly.
Okay. Director Cooper, would you accept this? Please, I'm not going to ask you would. Please accept this check for $1,000 to help cover the expenses. Now, I have to apologize a little for the check because I was heading out the door and I couldn't find my regular checkbook. And I got a little panic, and then I found this old checkbook I used to write checks, birthday checks and all that to my nieces and nephews when they were young. You might want to hold it up so they can see that. It's got it. So it looks sort of silly, but it'll do the job.
Yes.
Uncle Gold here. If I could just say a few words. Mr. Gold has been a godsend to the city of Oak Park for decades. He has supported the public safety department financially, not only financially, but in everything that we do. When we need a voice to stand up for sometimes the voiceless when we're being maybe criticized or looked at, harshly, he's one of the first ones to come up to the mic, or actually one of the first ones to put out a social post, correct incorrect stories. Like I said, and the financial contributions are great, but he has been steadfast with the public safety department and with the city of Oak Park lockstep for decades. And like I said, it's an honor to stand here and humbly accept this generous donation on behalf of the public safety department. Sincerely, I say, we all know you, we all love you. Couldn't ask for a better resident. And like I said, we strive to deliver the best customer service around. And I always stick out my chest and say we have the best public safety anywhere in the country. And I truly believe that. And it's because, like I said, we serve the best residents in the country. And Mr. Gold being at the top of that list, one of the top. So definitely thank you, and we appreciate you.
Well, thank you. It's just my honor to live in this city where we have such a great public safety department that just doesn't do law enforcement. They provide service. They look at the residents as customers, not criminals, not potential criminals. And it's really quite, you read about these other places. We are so lucky in Oak Park for both Director Cooper and everyone on his team. And it's a team. It's not just the officers. It's people, not just the law enforcement officers, the clerks, the dispatch people, the administrators, and everything else. And we all owe them a big thanks. Do I get to sit down now?
Almost. I just want to say thank you so much for your support. It means everything, and I just want to echo everything that Director Cooper said. And I also, on behalf of the City of Oak Park, want to present you with this plaque. And City Council members, if you would join me down here for a photo with Director Cooper and Mr. Gold, that would be fantastic.
We're here, or you want to go?
We're going to go right over there.
And I'll point out to those watching on TV or something, you too can make contributions, Remember, only my good side.
Here we go, good smiles. Here we go, one more.
I'm glad to be part of the city. Little drama.
I didn't even talk to you there.
I have just a word about Stephen Gold, who is another one of our fabulous residents. If someone has a mistaken belief on social media, Steve very respectfully provides accurate, detailed information on the topic. He's an unpaid member of the staff, I think. And my favorite, in 14 years, my favorite Steve Gold story, people will sometimes complain about anything. So we planted just 40 beds of sunflowers, and they're coming up, and they're blooming gorgeous. And someone complained they face east. So if you're coming eastbound on the service drive, you see the back of the sunflower, because after a while they just face east. Someone actually complained that you see the back of the sunflower. And Steve Gold, tongue-in-cheek, said, I think DPW should dig up all those sunflowers and turn them around so that they're facing the drivers. And I laughed my socks off with that one, and I've always loved that one. But respectful and detailed and knowledgeable. Our residents are treasures.